Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode here on the PeerCraft server. So today, we're kind of work on our smeltery here. I also have some plans for our area back here, which I set up during a live stream. So we got a couple quantum quarries here, and I've dug out some more area back here to try to fit some more of them. But we have to configure them specifically to certain biomes, mining certain ores and only certain ores. Otherwise, we're going to run into a little bit of a mess. And it took me about 24 hours to realize that the three back here, or sorry, these two back here, weren't working at all because the pylons and the glass were too far back and they weren't reaching our storage of energy down there. There's some kind of block limit. It's supposed to be like 15 blocks, but I think it's a little bit less than that, or a little bit more than that. I'm not sure the exact specifics on the distance, but there is a distance, and that might be an issue we run into. So on this one, I made it pretty slim. We're going to put all of these pretty close to the core so that we don't have to worry about exceeding the distance of us collecting energy to power these quantum quarries. So I'll probably just put the pylons on this side right here and just connect all these together. But before we do that, what we need to do is get our smeltery working again. We've hit a little bit of a snag on this thing. I'm going to turn all these back on, possibly, and they should stop popping out iron. But the issue I'm running into is that we've got a lot more of this iron ore from the nether, and I've got this thing set up to take it out, but it's not. I moved this over by hand. Well, I moved half a stack, so it looks like it moved a little bit on its own. Maybe it's prioritizing the iron over the nether iron is a possibility. I'll definitely have to take a look at that and find out why it's doing that incorrectly. But the other issue we're going to run into as well is we're kind of we have other stuff in our smeltery that's not just iron. So we have to be really careful when we're doing this that we're not accidentally getting those to come out from these smelteries. So we need a steady enough supply of iron to where that's not going to be an issue. And right now we are mining it from the nether, but I think we're going to run out of that very quickly. I don't think iron is spawning that quickly inside of the nether to where we're going to be mining it all the time. Iron in the overworld is, I think, a lot more common. So I'll have to take a look at our refined storage right now and see how much iron we've got in there compared to nether iron, and I kind of awkwardly placed everything over here. So we have 10,000 iron ore from the nether and about 15,000 regular iron, but this is all filled with regular iron as well. So we should have a little bit of a backlog, at least for a little while till we get these overworld smelteries working. And this is going at a pretty good pace. I hooked this back up so it's taking the lava out of here and going straight into that depository. So we should be good on this. We shouldn't run into any issues. I just have to make sure that I mean, there's no iron in here. We'll have to wait and see if when these pull out, if the iron pulls out of here. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. How come this? Okay, so this one right here has aluminum in it. So stuff like that we got to watch out for because we're not going to actually get any blocks of iron from these because they're not actually working. So let's put these back down. And I don't think they're going to be set to extract now. Come on. So I think it was this third one. Oh, it is extracting. Oh, so is this one. Okay, so we should be good then. Let me just check the rest of these. Okay, yeah, all the ones at the top here have aluminum in them. So let's mine all these. Actually, we can just vein mine those. And we should be able to place all these down, and they should all still be on extract. Perfect. Super stoked on that, because we didn't touch the item conduit, so those are still extracting on their own, which is great, because I did not want to have to adjust all of these all over again. And we should have no iron in here. Whoa, that was a big rubber band. Yeah, so yeah, we don't have any iron in here. It's immediately pulling out and going back into our refined storage. So that's pretty good. We shouldn't run into any issues there. We do have a lot of iron, so iron's not really what we're going for. We're kind of going for the blocks of gold, which is we're not. Ooh, why is that not doing it? Okay, is there some kind of whitelist going on here that I'm not seeing? It's supposed to be pulling, but it's not. Why would it not be? Maybe we can't get additional ores from this. If I take this out, will it start working? It will, so I don't think we're able to double the nether ores for gold. So we might need to turn that off. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Okay, so we'll turn that off. We need this to not do the... I want to blacklist that real quick. We do not want to receive these. So if we take this out... Okay, we're still getting more. Okay, I'm going to need to turn it off over here then. Trial and error sometimes on some of this stuff. I would take out the wrong one. So let's grab the right gold and put that back in. Okay, we would not have any. That's fine, we'll just leave it for now. So that'll just be off for now. Not a big deal. We're going to have to find a way to get the gold, this gold, into a pulverizer or something, maybe a different furnace, and then send it back back into our refined storage. So we're going to need probably 2 more dimensional transceivers and possibly another exporter, although I might be able to stick this one, a dimensional transceiver on top here or something, but the exporter will probably give me an error. But again, trial and error. I'll just have to stick a dimensional transceiver here and take one of these off and see which one connects up. But we're going to start working on those we're going to start working on the quantum quarries right now and get those going in the bottom of the base. So I'm going to meet you guys down there and see what we need to collect and how many we can fit. Alright, so we got those quantum quarries crafted up, and I kind of made this a lot easier on myself. So I made some patterns in our crafter here, in our pattern crafter, and stuck them in our crafter, and I made a pickaxe, a quantum quarry, and a quantum quarry actuator. And when you've got the pickaxe, which is the only thing that needs to be crafted to make the actuator, when you select the actuator to craft, it'll craft the pickaxes and then craft the actuators. So if I were to do this and then just select one, it's going to craft this pickaxe and then take out these available resources to craft the actuator. So you'll see it crafted a pickaxe real quick, and then it crafted one quantum quarry actuator. So I gotta say, that is a fairly easy thing to set up. As far as getting this going, you just need to make a crafter and make a pattern grid, and then I recommend a crafting monitor, but it's not actually needed. And then you just make the patterns with the pattern grid. So you just stick the blank patterns here, which you make with a couple different items. So you make them with the quartz enriched iron, regular glass, and redstone. So they're super cheap. And I could actually probably... I'm going to make a pattern to make patterns, because we're going to run out of those pretty soon. But actually, I'm out of them now. But after you get that, it's super easy. You just stick them in here, and then when you're in your crafting grid, you just Control-Shift and click on the item you want to craft. And you can even set your refined storage to only show you the things you have patterns to craft with. And then when you hit Control-Shift, just click on it, and it'll automatically select the number you can craft, or you can change the number you want to craft, like so. So I can craft 1, 10, or 64. And I believe these are set to like I'm not sure what these are, but I know there's a way you can set it so that if I have less than 64 of the quantum quarries, it'll start crafting them until it gets to 64. So you can pretty much automate your crafting to the extreme with refined storage, which is something we're going to do, just not something we're going to do right now, as we don't have our refined storage room, which is going to be level 1 here. We don't have this ready to go to put all this in. And I haven't decided if I want it to be on level 1 because we're kind of close to the outside of the mountain, and I feel like a lot of this is going to need quite a bit of cables and a lot of hidden stuff. So we might even do it on level 3, which is a little bit further down, and it's not going to be something we're able to easily access from the top of our base, but it's easy enough that it's not going to be an issue. So one day we'll have that going, hopefully one day soon. I was talking with Abigail and Dread last night, and I saw their system they have set up. And I kind of set up a little bit of something over here with a solderer, so we're able to make these things right here, like the disk drives and the storage disks of 64K. And when you get enough of these solderers and crafters and patterns, you're able to just select a 64K, and it'll make the 64K after making everything you need for it. And that's the kind of system I want. So pretty soon we'll have that going. But basically that's how I made those actuators and quantum quarry blocks really quickly. So we're going to be pretty good on setting these down pretty quickly. So I just need to get a regular block. We'll just mine it out of the wall, actually, to put these quantum quarry cores on, because you can't put them on the ground by themselves. So we're pretty much good to set. Let's see, we need one block out, and I don't want the item conduits to connect, so we'll do there, and then we should be good to go out 2 blocks and place another one, just like this. You need a little bit of room in between all of them, but not too much. So we should be good there, and I think I placed down 6. Yeah, I placed down 6, okay. So we're good to place these down now, just like so. And I don't think I've shown how to do this, but it's really easy. So I'll show you guys now. Once you place the quantum quarry core down, all you got to do is click on these actuators on all 6 sides. However, you can't place these anywhere except on the core. So it's pretty hard to mess this up. It's pretty straightforward. So you should be good to do this without any kind of tutorial or anything like that. It's super easy. So I'll finish placing all these down, and then we'll start working on the next step. Alright, so I made 6 filters, and those are pretty easy to make. You just need redstone, sticks, and string. The redstone was kind of an issue because I'm currently crafting all of the redstone into blocks, so I only had like 16 pieces of redstone, so I actually had to go mine a little bit of it. It was quite the ordeal, but we got them now. And you can hold 16 different types of ores or anything that you want to filter out in these. So it actually worked out. I don't think I missed any ores that I would want to mine, and it turns out to be exactly 16. So I think we did pretty good on that. So we're going to be mining lapis, iron, copper, gold, nickel, platinum, iscalium, prosperity ore, which we're going to need in the future here, probably in the next couple episodes, redstone ore, coal, aluminum, silver, iridium, which I'm not exactly sure we're going to need soon, but it's good to have it, lead, mana-infused ore, and diamond ore. So those will be the 16 ores we're mining. I know it's a little bit more than what we're usually used to, but I don't think that'll be an issue, as we do have quite a bit of room left in our refined storage, and we can always make more disk drives and expand our storage if we need to by setting up this crafting grid sooner than later. Sooner being better, as it'll force me to actually do this at a quicker pace than like 8 episodes from now, which is probably what it'll be. But we should be good to stick these inside of the quantum quarries now, and that means it'll only mine these ores. So basically the only thing we're not mining is like cobblestone, dirt, andesite, and stuff like that. And we're going to set all of these, I think, to probably a mesa biome, so we'll get more gold. not necessarily needed, but I think it's not going to hurt us to pick a biome that gold spawns in more often, as I don't think iron or lapis or redstone or anything like that spawns more frequently in any other biomes, particularly. So Mesa would be the best one, as it's going to give us more gold ore, which is the only one we'll get additional ones of anyway. So not going to hurt us, it'll only help us. So I think that's what we're going to do. I believe we have all these ones set to the nether. Yeah, all these are set to the nether, and they're just mining quartz, lapis, and those gold ores. I could probably set these to mine iron ores, but we've just got so many blocks of iron right now. We've got like 140,000 blocks of iron. So I think we're going to still have an overabundance of that. I don't think that's going to be the ore we're going to need. Right now it's like lapis is what we need for sure. So let's make some biome markers. There we go. And these are pretty easy to make as well. They just take iron, a tree sapling, and purple dye of some kind. Yeah, iron would be the thing we need. So we'll craft a stack of this, 2 stacks of this. It's just going to auto-craft back anyway, but so now we can do this, and we need 6 of these, but I think I'll make a couple extra ones just so that we don't run into the iron issue again. Let's see, we need 6, so we'll put that one back. We'll also put some of this stuff back in there as well, and take this one out, and then we can mark these as Mesa by going to a Mesa biome and just right-clicking with it. So we'll travel to, I think super far out is the one that we want. Huh. Evidently I moved that waystone. Okay, so I'm going to go find a Mesa biome, and we'll come back as soon as I've marked these as Mesa. Alright, so I'm still out looking for a Mesa biome. I just kind of went from my base, which is about 1,000 blocks away, and I just flew past Rad's base, and he hasn't logged in, and I'd say the last 24 hours about. And if you missed the live stream I did yesterday, we pranked Rad. And he hasn't cleaned it up yet, so I don't think he's logged in. I don't think he's seen this yet, so I figured if you missed the live stream, I'd show you this. I filled this base with pigs with spawners, and I sat there and bred them for about 30 minutes in the morning, and he hadn't logged in yet, so I bred him last night as well for about 30 minutes. So there's a pretty good amount of pigs here. This is a revenge prank for the prank Rad pulled on us, where he put pigs, cows, sheep, and chickens, and a couple horses and some squids in our base. So this is maybe a little overboard, but this is my revenge prank on Rad. I just filled his base with pigs in excessive amounts. But I figured I'd show you guys that, as Rad hasn't quite fixed it or logged on and seen that yet. So I figured I'd show you guys. But I'm going to keep looking for a Mesa biome. Hopefully we find one soon. And I'll mark these, and I'll meet you guys back at the base. Alright guys, so we got the biome markers set as the Mesa now. And I made 6. Let's see if I can get these visible here. Yeah, I made 6 Fortune 3, Efficiency 5 books. It took about 200 and something odd levels, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 300. But with the EXP farm we've got from the EXP chickens, it wasn't too bad. So we should be able to just stick these guys in here now, and we should be good to go. All we'll have to do is hook up some item conduits, some chests, and some power. And I don't think I have any diamond chests on me. I don't, so we'll have to run up and grab those. But let me just make sure everything's good here. Everything looks fine. So we'll stick the item conduit and the chests on the back here. And we'll put the power on the front. So let's go grab those pylons. Wrong way. There we go. And I really got to fix this area here. It's really awkward to get into the refined storage system. So we just need some diamond chests. Oh, perfect. We've got 6 of them. And some conduits. Plenty of those. Some pylons, which we might have to make. Nope, we got enough. So we'll grab 6 of these. And some glass. And we'll grab 7 of that just in case. Perfect. And if I was smart, I would be using my refined storage network card to be able to access this from down here without having to run up. But doesn't really matter now. We already got it done. So I should be able to stick these on the bottom here without having any weird things happen. And then hook these up with item conduits just along the front here is fine. And we don't need to do this in any logical order, so just like this is fine. And it's an exact even number, so I guess we'll come out by 1 here, and it'll be fine. Actually, we won't need to come out by 1. We can just stick the dimensional transceiver anywhere on here. And then just need these guys. And I don't think this is going to run extremely fast, so we shouldn't have to worry about over processing ores right now into these chests beforehand. So I don't think we'll worry about that right now. Let me just get this last item conduit down. So everything should stay in the chest, and we shouldn't have any issues with that. But let's get all these down. So I believe these need to be set to orange. Yep, looks good. And we'll get the rest of these in. Let me put the glass back on the hot bar. There we go. Bam. Come on. There we go. So we'll set this one to orange. And I don't think it matters what order we place the glass down. Maybe it does. Or we're just waiting for the server to catch up. One of the two. Let's break that, place down a new piece, and see. Okay. Glass second. Good to know. I mean, I placed quite a few of these down, so I should know by now, but I guess I don't. Not a big deal, though. Come on, get down the hole. Alright, so one left, and we'll be good to go. Come on. This speed boost is a killer. There we go. We just need a dimensional transceiver now, and we should be able to see this thing running. So we'll run up, grab the wireless card, and that dimensional transceiver, which I don't think we have, but we'll at least grab this. All right, so I'll make a dimensional transceiver real quick, and then we'll come back, and I'll put that in. All right, so we got a dimensional transceiver now. Instead of taking the time to make one, I actually just stole one of the ones from the prank that I did on Rad. So he'll get one less dimensional transceiver. I don't think it'll be a big deal. I'll make him an extra one later if need be, but I don't think it'll be an issue. So we'll configure this to send to our refined storage. And it's already receiving power just fine, so we should be good there. All we need to do is set these to export, and we should be good to go. So let's see. We should be collecting gold pretty quickly. So that'll be how we tell if this is working. Oops. Come on. A little bit of lag there. So we should see some gold going in here at some point. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Oh, okay. Because we're pretty much harvesting everything, which I forgot we were doing, we're actually going to get a lot of stuff very quickly now. So we should be good on that. The only thing we'll have to worry about, and it shouldn't be too big of a worry, come on, there we go, is how quickly is this chest going to fill up back here. But since we're stacking all these items, I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. Where are we getting pig iron from? Not sure where we're getting pig iron from. Maybe we've got a pig iron chicken somewhere. I don't believe so, but it's possible. But we should be collecting ores very quickly, and it looks like we are. And I just need to grab one of these, and yada, yada, yada. We should be able to set this thing up now. Okay. Screwed that up. Let's try this again. Derped right in front of you guys on that one. Fantastic. Let's see if we can get into this dimensional transceiver. And we still need to reconfigure this. I believe it's this one. We'll put gold on there. and take out that. Come on. Give me normal gold. Why are you still giving me this? 42. I should get something else now. Don't send. Alright, still don't know why this isn't working. Let me double check everything. This should be working just fine. I got an exporter up here. This should be sending to gold. Yep. It's receiving power. Let's see. Do I have something blacklisted? Nope. Alright, so by all definitions of the word here, this should be working perfectly fine. Is it gonna do it now? Okay. So it's probably because we don't have any regular gold in our refined storage. It's all in this chest right here. So if we grab some gold from here, we'll grab 3 stacks and stick it in the refined storage. It should shoot over without any issues. And I was right. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. So the only thing we're going to need to work on here is stack upgrades and stuff like that. Perhaps we can run another exporter out of here, possibly, into the same system. And I think that might help us get items out of here much quicker. By the looks of it, though, I don't think anything is coming out of here right now, which is going to be a problem. So let's see. If I take these out and put them back in, is that going to make stuff come out? Possibly. Looks like it is a little bit. Or it's going in. One of the two. Looks like it's going in. Okay. So perhaps I'll stick another exporter on here, and we should be good on that. So let me attempt to do that and see if we can get this going quite a bit faster on exporting. Alright, so we got this little system set up here, and it kind of looks a little clustery, but it works. Albeit that we're getting so many resources so quickly, it looks like it's not working very quickly, but once it wraps back around and starts exporting, it usually exports everything in here, and then it fills back up, and then it takes a little while, but it exports it again. So although we're getting kind of full here, well, not necessarily compared to the rest of the chest, but this is quite a few items in here. It's not going to get much fuller than this before it starts exporting, so it shouldn't be too big of a worry for us. But I did relocate some of the stuff over here. I brought this crafter down one and just hooked up the exporter here to free up some room up here, potentially to export other items. But I ran into a little issue and had to like take out all the stuff up front here, move this capacitor bank out here. But all in all, I think we cleared up a little bit of room over here, and we can even get rid of stuff like this slice and splice we don't need right now. So we can move that back down here, and it kind of fills up a little bit of the space there. But this still looks horrible. This is not what we're going to end up with at the very end here. So although it looks bad now, it's not permanent, so that's good at least for us to at least say we can do whatever we want here now. It's not going to matter in the end. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. We got quite a bit done in terms of resource collecting again. Between these 6 quantum quarries that we've got set up here, just collecting resources extremely quickly, and getting that all crafted up, smelted up again. We ran into a little issue again with our smeltery up here. We had gold in a lot of these. I'd say about half of these had gold in them. So I cleaned that up a bit and got that going again. So all in all, pretty decent amount of work done for collecting resources again. Right now we're up to almost 150,000 blocks of iron, 100,000 redstone, 100,000 blocks of quartz, 30,000 lapis, which we've probably added only about 12,000 blocks of lapis here in the last couple days, but that's not too bad. And gold is about where it was before, but we should see that skyrocket now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode here on the PeerCraft server.